It's a medium, not a genre. It's not part-time, it's a lifetime. 'Cause if you're brilliant, you can feel it. The assurance, the freedom from torment. Hey guys, Baron is back, and Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel has just completed, and I gotta say it's a step up from Season 1. It has a lot of funny moments, a good escalation of a villain following Adam, and along with that, it also has some other really good songs. So if you want a bit ago around when Season 1 came out, I made a list of the top 5 favorite songs from that season. So I thought it would only be fair to do it with Season 2, and dang, there were a ton of options for this. So I just want to state some rules here. So I'm going to have 2 honorable mentions, and I'm going to have those be before number 1 to give it more grandiose once we get there. And with that being said, I guess it's fair game, and let's get this started. So, starting off at number 5, we have one of the earlier songs in the season with Sarah's Confession. One thing I really like about this song, and one of the biggest standouts of it, is the chemistry between Sarah and the Speaker of God's voices, as they really complement each other well, and how they harmonize with each other when they're making their own little solos is something that I find pretty helpful when it comes to gathering the emotion of the context of the song, and it really does help make the song a really special little feeling, even if it's not the most positive or reassuring one. So, with that being said, let's get on to number 4. So, transitioning from the beginning of the season to the end, we have Hear My Hope. If you saw my Mean Girls video, you might be able to gather from the lowest numbered song in that one that I'm not really the biggest fan of the huge group song numbers, and that's because I'm not the biggest fan of them. It makes it harder to differentiate their personalities or point them out from each other if they are all singing around the same type of song. Well, that's just how I feel about it, but I feel like with this song that was kind of the point with how it's about everyone coming together, even if they're not the nicest or most familiar with each other, in order to decide, hey, we should probably not die right now, so let's just try and clean this up together. And it came off as a little beautiful nice thing, and representing what the hotel can really do if Charlie's dream is fully achieved, which we could see in the future. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good choice for this list. At number 3, we have Love in a Bottle. I'm just going to say this right now, this will not be the only song from episode 6 that makes it on the list. So what makes this song so special is that it is, first of all, it is very catchy. When it goes love in a bottle, love in a bottle, it really gets to your head, even on the first time I heard that little jingle. This really suits Keith David's voice. His saltiness really fits into the vibrato of all the instruments, and it really does paint a picture on the life he has in this gambling world. And it's pretty crazy and gets kind of lonely, as it even shows in the actual episode's visual medium context. And Owash is a really great package, and a sign of more really great stuff to come along in this video, so let's get to the next one. Do you guys remember how I said we would be heading back to episode 6? Well, number 2 is Losing Streak. So, Angel Dust has been like the most depressing character to watch in the show. Like, he constantly feels used, he doesn't feel like he has any say in anything, he has that traumatic past that we've yet to know the full context of, but we can tell it hurts him a lot, which really doesn't help with the whole depressing thing. So seeing him in like a reassuring state, sort of like a little mentor figure role to a husk that is not really feeling super connected and like doesn't really know where he belongs right now. It's kind of beautiful. It's like a little side of light that like exceeds the darkness that accumulates a lot of his like zone and mind. And like it makes sense that he is dressed up as someone else, so it makes it feel like has to be someone else in order to like really like show a different side of him. And I feel like that's really well executed, and the sing is really great, and the lyrics are pretty good at like handling the subtle notions that the characters are going through. And it like is a good sequel to like their whole like loser baby thing that they had going on in episode 4 of the first season. So overall, another really good song. So now we're at the 2 honorable mentions before we get to the big number 1. The first of these mentions would be Hazbin Guarantee. It is a really great opening song, establishes all of the characters' wants and needs very well. I love the part where Charlie and the V's sections of the song mix together into like one imperfect harmony. That's a trope in music that I really enjoy. Imperfect harmonies, that's something that kind of is present on Sarah's Confession, but there are definitely better songs that suit that, and this is one of them, and it's really good for these reasons. And the next one we have is a much later one with Live to Live. I think it's a really well established song. It was one of the most anticipated songs of mine because of the chemistry that Pentious and Sarah have gained over the season. Has been really felt really well handled and really helps make the song sound better. The whole like it starts with Sorry callback was really sweet, even if that wasn't one of my favorite songs from season 1. I can appreciate how it was used here, and it's really makes this song another real standout. Also sounds really good, of course. And I guess now on to number 1. So, remember when I said that we would be heading back to episode 6 later in the video? Well, number 1 is Easy. So along with having some very great vocal chemistry between Maggie and Charlie's voice actors, along with also having this really catchy melody and hook and stuff, I love how this song really fits into like the story of what's going on in like its current time in the season. It feels like since it's right after like Charlie really questions everything about what she's been doing, and the only person who can like help hold her right now is Maggie, and this song just feels like a congratulations to her on how far she's gone and stuff, and I think it's really well handled. And of course it's like also a song that like transitions into them in bed together, which also like it can symbolize like the connection that they've grown. See, it just feels like it's a great compilation of all the stuff that Charlie has gone through. It's like a really big like character defining moment. Yeah, she has made a bunch of really weird choices that have not always affected like her friends in the best of ways, but this is just how she sees the world, is how she sees all the people, all the sinners. And I feel like this song is a really great exploration to that. It's a pretty deep song if you really think about it, and even on a service level it works really well. So I am happy to declare it my favorite song of Hazbin Hotel Season 2, and maybe even my favorite song of the series so far. I mean, the previous one, The Speckless, was also pretty great, so it's hard to choose, but who knows, maybe number 3 will have an easy outlier, and their number 1 will be the best of all of them easily, but we'll have to wait and see. Yep, that was the list. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Maybe you can even recommend in the comments your favorite songs of the season and why they are. Also check out my Instagram, my Blue Sky, as they can also contain some pretty cool content of mine. And with that being said, you'll be catching this artist later. You're living for the rush, for that royal flush, but you take what you can get. You play your final ace for a pretty face, tastes like scotch and cigarettes. And you can't help falling, going all in, though your heart are bleak, till you break, you're losing.